Hey everyone, welcome along. Just a new video blog today. Opening a brand new beer that I got sent through the post, which is a special one, a new one from Innis Gunn, and it's a Canadian cask that's going just for the Canadian market. And as far as I know, they're not going to sell it in the UK, but I managed to get hold of a box and a bottle, so that was good. So I figured I'd open it and share it with a few people. It's for Canada Day. So I figure, I probably should open it on the 1st of July, but I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be on holiday, so I'll get it open now. Innis Gunn, if you don't know, they were one of the first breweries, if not the first, to age their beers in modern times in oak barrels, and this is just a Canadian oak, obviously for the Canadian market. The one thing I like about it, there's a whole blurb on the back. I won't go through it all because it's quite. It's fairly long, but it does say that the trees for this beer started growing at the end of the 18th century, so just just about the first day of Canada Day, whatever it is. I don't know what it's called. So yeah, let's just get it open and get it drunk. Right, it is 7.1%. Like most of their beers, they're fairly strong. I've got the original here as well, just a plain one, 6.6%. This one is. It's one of the first beers that I really kind of got into when I started enjoying proper beers, moving away from lagers and things like that. Innis Gunn glass as well. It was something that I could really kind of move into quite easily. It's not too challenging. It's not too bitter. It's fairly sweet. It's just one of those beers that's fairly easy to get into. Right, there we go. It's got kind of a burnt copper colour, nice little head, and then the nose. It's kind of exactly what you expect from it. It's brewed with rye, and the first thing I get is definitely that rye, that breadiness from it. It perhaps doesn't have the big oaky flavour and smell that I'm associate with the original. Which is the original. If you haven't had it, I think the best way to describe it is, imagine vanilla bread toasted and heavily buttered. That's pretty much what it tastes like. Some people like it, some people don't. It's one of those. It's kind of a polarising beer, I think. There's some citrus in this. Not much. Then beneath that, there's definitely woodiness. I don't know if I've ever had anything aged in Canadian oak, so I don't know the qualities of it. I don't know, from American oak you're going to get the vanilla, French oak you're going to get different characteristics, but from Canadian oak I don't know what it gives you. There's definitely, the main thing I get is a lot of bread, which is quite, I quite like that. Let's give it a taste though. The rye keeps coming through, big on the rye, and then the palate sweeps through, and then it gets woody, and then it's quite clean actually. There's not much bitterness. The hops don't kind of invade through it. The rye is the big thing. There's a spiciness to it. There's a definite dryness, that definite oaky, woody dryness that you associate from a barrel-aged beer. It's not too sweet, and one of the complaints about regular Innis Gunns is that they can be really cloying and sweet, and you couldn't drink many of them. This one's a bit different. There's a lot more malt to it, and but not too sweet, not going into kind of the vanillas and those cloying, potentially cloying flavours. I'm quite impressed with this. I'm quite pleased. I didn't really know what to expect from it. I've had a few of the other beers, and some of them are quite enjoyable. They did one, a 7.7% cask strength version, which I thought was fantastic. I used to, really like that. And they had a triple matured one, aged for triple matured, and that was quite enjoyable. So they do a few. I don't know. I know they export to Canada and the US. Obviously, this one's going to Canada. If you see it around, it's definitely worth picking up. Actually, I'm quite enjoying it. Something a little bit different as well to a lot of the normal oak aged beers. You know, you're going to get a lot of whiskey casks and things like that. Whereas this isn't whiskey cask. This is just the, you know, the fresh, clean oak. So you get, there's a chance for all that wood to come through rather than getting you know, the whiskey flavours coming through. So that was quite tasty. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm quite impressed. So yeah, there we are. Innis Gunn's Canadian cask Scottish oak aged beer, 7.1%, aged for 71 days. If that makes any difference. But yeah, cheers.